Yeah, right. Last week, we started the discussion on the monopoly market, the other extreme of the competitive perfect competition. Perfectly competitive market is the ideal market structure, best market structure. The monopoly market, pure monopolist is the worst market structure. You can say, I should use the term worst, but you can't abolish the monopolist. You have to live with the monopolist. If we take a real economy, there are monopolists. There are pure monopolists. CB, Ceylon Tobacco. So you can't completely abolish monopolies, right? That is a fact of life. But there are some, when compared to competitive market, there are lots of the disadvantages, but can't help, right? Then we discuss basic characteristic of the monopoly market. Seller is a price maker. We said seller is a price maker, no close substitutes. Then there are certain barriers. Competitive market, no entry-exit barriers, but monopoly market, there are barriers, either legal or administrative, technological. Then the strategic behavior, seller does not behave because you are the only seller. Pure monopoly. We said pure monopoly. There are some other monopolistic market, maybe 2-3 firms they control the market. That is also monopoly. 90% of the market is controlled by certain few number of firms. That is called monopoly. Generally we use. But in this case, this is pure monopoly, one seller. So there is no need the seller to behave strategically because you are the only seller. Strategic behavior is important when there are more than one seller. You just observe what other people are doing, then take decision. Seller does not behave strategically. Buyers are price takers. Always pure the buyers. We all are buyers when you go to the market. We are price takers. Yeah, we can't control the market. Right? Then we discuss this basic model. Yeah. We are now in this model. Demand curve and the MR curve, two different. Demand curve is downward sloping. It is the market demand. MR curve is downward sloping, but it is not same. But competitive market, remember, firms demand curve horizontal. It is the MR curve. It is the AR curve. It is the price. Here it is different. Demand and MR different. Then what is profit maximizing condition? Profit maximizing at the profit maximizing output QM, MR equals MC. I think we discussed this model. So firm produces QM, MR equals MC. If they produce QM, demand curve shows at what price they can sell their output, PM. You go to the demand curve and get that PM, right? Then average cost of that output is ACM. And the small area is the profit. Last week we proved that small area is the profit, right? Monopoly profit is TR minus TC, PM minus ACM. Last equation, PM minus ACM into QM. What is PM minus ACM means? This small gap. QM. This one, this small area is the profit. Monopoly profit. Economic profit. They are called economic profit. Right? Discuss price discrimination. Price discrimination is today we are going to finish this price discrimination, and then what is price discrimination? Price discrimination means now when you go to the market, supermarket or the normal departmental store, unit price is same for all the consumers. No difference. Seller sells, charge uniform price for each kilogram. If it is 200 rupees per kg, it is 200 rupees per. If you buy or if myself buy, my wife purchases, it is 200. Seller doesn't have any the power to charge two different prices. You are charged 200 rupees. I am charged the 250 rupees. No, you can't. Price discrimination, under price discrimination, you can charge, you can sell the product at two different prices. Sometimes for two different areas, in two different areas, two different consumers. So, but remember last week we discussed price discrimination. Petrol price is 160 rupees here in Colombo. Anuradhapura 160 and 10 cents. Two different prices. Diesel price, two different prices. We said it is not price discrimination. It is due to, one of you said actually very clearly the answered, it is due to the transportation cost. Price discrimination means over and above the transportation cost. If you can charge, if the petrol corporation can sell the petrol at 117 in Anuradhapura, that is hugely different from transportation cost. That is price discrimination, but they won't do that. So the price discrimination is practice of different charging different consumers different prices for the same good is defined as price discrimination. For example, CB charges lower electricity tariff for industries than households. It should be other way around, right? Right. Banks give high interest margin for senior citizens than to other consumers. You know that the Parinata or the some in the savings accounts, those who can entitled to have this account are usually over 60 years. Senior citizens are getting small margin. I think that's that scheme now they have abolished, but still for FDs they are getting some margin. That is senior citizen versus other normal customers. Senior citizens are benefited because they are getting certain margin. Now recently, very recently, government introduced this kind of price discrimination for the Middle East remittances. Those who remit your earnings, dollar earnings to Sri Lanka from the Middle East countries, from foreign countries, are entitled to get 2 rupees higher margin than the other people. Middle East remittances, right? You send a dollar to Sri Lanka, if the exchange rate, if the normal customers, if they purchase this dollar at 109 rupees, Middle East remittances, the housewives, the maids send these things, Middle East migrants, they get 192, are benefited. And that is price discrimination. That is price exchange, right? Okay, that's a very recent policy. Movie theaters usually charge lower fares to senior citizens than to other people. In Sri Lankan case, it is not you can't see very frequently, but developed countries it is there. Also, senior citizens have a senior citizen card. When they come to the film theater hall, when they produce this card, you are getting a different color ticket at subsidized rate. So senior citizens, same film show is watched, paying two different prices, senior citizens and the others, right? So that is the price discrimination. So the senior citizens are well respected in those countries than to other countries, than to our countries. Our senior citizens, if you don't stay, if your children, if they have sons and daughters are not in a position to keep these parents at home, usually what happens, they will end up at the elders' home. That is the current trend in Sri Lankan case. But most of the cases, better off families keep their parents and very well they look after their parents, and but others, of course, poor families, they can't. So most of the cases, there are lots of the elderly homes. Senior citizens are not. But developed countries, senior citizens are well respected. They are getting lots of benefits, right? This is one of the benefits, theatre charges. Pharmaceutical companies frequently charge different prices in different countries. Last week we discussed. We are getting medical products from Bangladesh, Pakistan, made in India, not from developed countries, but they have two different prices. Expressway management, highways. You all know that it is the two different types of schools, types of vehicles, two different fares are paid, right? Supposed to be paid two different fares. That is price discrimination. Same highway from Colombo to Kottava, same highway is used. Service of the same highway is used, paying two different prices, right? Price discrimination. Pricing of detergents. This is interesting example for another type of price discrimination. This is called second degree price discrimination. If you buy 1 kg pack of washing powder, 200. But if you buy 2 kg pack, it is not 200, maybe it is 150. 3 kg pack, not 300, maybe 180. 3 kg pack, like that. That is although then the quantities are sold. Kilogram price, first kilogram it is 200, 100. Second kilogram it is 75. 2 kg pack is 150, 1 kg pack is 75. And if you buy 3 kg pack of paying 180, then third pack for a kilogram you pay only 60, right? 100, 75, 60. Kilogram price is different. That is also coming under second degree price discrimination. Right? Pricing of airfares, vacation fare versus short stay versus long stay. Vacation is long stay fare, the short stay, right? So if you go to China and stay 2 weeks or another board of director, member of board of directors can stay there, can go to China and attend a board meeting and come back same day, right? Or following day, that is short stay, right? Short stay, the trips are expensive, right? Than the long stay, right? That is price discrimination. Colombo Bangkok or Colombo Shanghai, different. Okay. 6, 7 are called the price discrimination based on self-selection criteria. Self-selection means 6 and 7. But what happened is that it's up to the consumer to go for one of these pricing policy. Self-selection. Monopolists forward their pricing policy. 1 kg 100, 2 kg 150, 3 kg 180. After that, consumer, depending on his requirement, he decided, okay, the weekly, if I need 1 kg pack of washing powder, I'll go one way. Weekly, if I need 2 kg pack, I will definitely buy the 2 kg pack. If I need weekly 3 kg pack, I will buy 3 kg pack paying only 180, something like that, right? Self-selection criteria. It is there, displaced. You decide, depending on your requirement, you decide whether you want long stay or short stay. Then you can buy accordingly you can buy the air ticket, either paying low price or high price, right? Right. Now it is the very interesting question that to ask: why might a monopolist find it profitable to engage in price discrimination? Right? Price discrimination. Why? What is the purpose of selling 5 shirts at $10 per shirt is 50 rupees. 5 shirts charging each $10. Uniform price. That is 50 rupees. $50. 10 shirts. 5 shirts, $10. 5 into 10, $50. Revenue is $50. Suppose monopolists discriminate the price. First 3 shirts are sold at 20. Then 20 into 3 is 60. Balance 2 is sold at 10. 2 into the 10 into 20, the 10 into 2 is 20. 20 plus 60, 80. Whereas uniform price, under uniform price you get only 50. Then you have 2 different prices. Your revenue will be higher. Right? Monopolists can do that. You are the monopolist. Monopolist say, okay, if you come to buy the thing, he might say, okay, if you buy 2 shirts, price of a shirt is 20. If you buy the 5 shirts, okay, my pricing policy is first 3 shirts you have to pay 20. Balance 2, you paying 10, you can buy. Like that. So if you don't like, okay, it's up to you. Because I am the monopolist. I am the seller, only seller in the market. I know there are no other close substitutes, other sellers, competitors. So definitely, consumer doesn't have any choice. Understand? So therefore, discrimination is possible because you are a price setter, price maker. Okay. Now let's take this example. A manufacturing firm, please read this. ComFund, computer fund, is the sole supplier of a popular software play kit in the market. Software play kit. The marginal cost of production of the product is $10. Each 10. Producing the app, each kit, $10. Firm has to spend 10 per each. Constant marginal cost. Suppose there are two customers, Rumesh and Suresh. Rumesh is willing to pay 30 to buy the play kit. Rumesh is willing to pay, okay, I like this very much. Even at $30, I will buy one. But Suresh is less willing. He might say, okay, if to buy one, I am willing to pay 20. 30 willing price 30, willing price 20. Now, last sentence is very important. Suppose the firm has, they come to know, firm knows that their willingness to pay. When Rumesh enter into the factory or the stores, monopolist knows, seller knows, okay, he is willing to pay 30. When Suresh comes, enters, you know, this guy is willing to pay only 20. Right? That information is must to discriminate prices. Willingness to pay, the firm seller should be able to forecast, get an idea about the consumer's willingness to pay. Otherwise, you can't practice the price discrimination. Charge two different prices. Understand? Two customers, Rumesh and Suresh. Rumesh is willing to pay 30. Suresh is willing to pay 20 to buy one pack, one kit. Cost of production is 10. Right? 10. Right. Okay. Now let's discuss. Calculate monopoly profits when P $10. Both customers are charged 10 price, $10 per kit. Second one, both customers are charged $30 per kit, $30. Third case, both customers are charged 20. These are called uniform prices, no price discrimination. D is the price discrimination. Rumesh is charged is 30, Suresh is charged is 20. What does that mean? That is their willingness to pay price. Okay. Now let's calculate this profit. Monopoly profit when both customers charge the $10. Right? $10. What will happen? $10. What will happen? But Rumesh is willing to pay 30. Definitely he will buy one. The Suresh is willing to pay 20. Definitely he will buy one. Because price is 10. But the thing is, then Rumesh will buy one. Suresh will buy one. Then what will happen? Cost of production 10. Cost of production 10. When Rumesh buy one paying 10, revenue of the firm will be 10, but the cost is 10. Zero profit. Suresh, when Suresh is willing to pay, Suresh buying one, paying 10, cost is 10. Price, profit 0. No profit at all. Then what will happen? Profit 0. In the first case, it is marginal cost pricing. Rumesh purchased one paying 10. Suresh purchased one paying 10. Then what will happen? Cost of production is also 10. Marginal cost 10. Therefore, no profit at all. Second one is price 30. They announce, okay, per kit, per of this computer kit, you have to pay $30. Let's say, what will happen? Who will buy, who will not buy? Tell me, who will buy if the market price is 30? Who will buy this? Who will not buy? Will Suresh buy or Umesh buy? Tell me. Market price is 30. Who will buy? Umesh or Suresh or both? Yes. Market price 30.
Umesh.
Yeah. Umesh will buy. Why Suresh? Suresh is not buying. You are right. Why is that? Suresh will not buy. Why is that? Yes, tell me.
Because Suresh willing price is 20.
Yes, 20. Then Suresh definitely will not buy. He's willing to pay maximum 20. Market price is 30. Therefore, he will not buy. No, I don't want to afford this one. My maximum willing price is 20. Then what will happen? Only you can sell one. For the Umesh at 30. Marginal cost is 10. Therefore, the profit is 20. 30 minus 20. 30 minus 10. 30 minus 10, that is 20. Because see, Suresh will not buy definitely. First case, profit 0. Understand? Second one. Third one, P20. What will happen? Both will buy. Because Umesh will willing to pay 30. Suresh willing to pay 20. Therefore, both will buy. You can sell 2. What will happen? The Umesh will buy paying 20. Suresh will buy paying 20. Cost of production 10 and 10. Therefore, profit is 10-10. When the company sell one for the Umesh, 20 minus 10. Profit 10. The other one for the Suresh, 20 minus 10, 10. Therefore, profit is 20. Profit 20. Understand? Now, part D. Can you check what will happen? What is the profit? Can you calculate, please? Spend 2 minutes. Monopolist charge 2 different prices for 2 different customers. When Umesh enter, they know this guy is willing to pay 30. Then they say, what is the price? Price is 30. When Suresh enters, what is the price? Suresh is the willing price is 20. They are not friends. They are enemies. Let's say they are competitors. If they are friends, I will discuss what will happen. But here, they are not friends. You can't resell. You can't arbitrage. Arbitrage is not possible. Right? Then, can you calculate the profit? Umesh will buy one, paying 30. Because his maximum price 30. No? He is willing to pay 30. Therefore, profit coming from the Umesh is 20. Then Suresh will buy one because he is at the willing price. 20 minus 10, it is 10. Company getting the $20 from Umesh, $10 from Suresh as profit. Therefore, the total profit is 30. Highest profit. Highest profit. Correct? Highest profit. Last scheme, pricing policy is the best policy. Price discrimination. Understand? Part A. Part A, companies earning 0 profit. Why? Umesh will definitely buy one, paying 10, cost of production 10, profit 0. Suresh will buy one, paying 10, cost of production 10, profit 0. Total profit 0. P30. In that case, only Umesh will buy. Suresh will not buy because his willing price is different. When Umesh buy one, 30 minus 10 is 20. Profit is 20. Profit 20. Second one, both will buy. Paying 20. 20 minus 10. 20 minus 10. Profit 20. So both, it is market price is below the less than their willing price. Therefore, It is you can sell one for the Rumesh and earn the profit 10, one for the Suresh and earn a profit 10, total profit 20, 10 plus 10. Rumesh is charged two different prices, price discrimination. Under this we said from Rumesh company can earn profit of 30 minus 10, that is the 20. Then from the Suresh you can get 20 minus 10, that is 10. Total profit will be 30, highest. So in that case, price discrimination will enhance, increase, will result higher profit for the monopolist. If you are a pure monopolist, definitely you are getting higher price when if you are in a position to sell the same product at two different prices for the two different customers. Price discrimination policy will result higher profit for the monopolist. Which pricing policy gives monopolist higher profit? Highest profit should be scheme D, price discrimination. What do you call that pricing policy? It is called price discrimination. That policy is called second degree price discrimination. We have three types of price discrimination. We are going to discuss that. First degree, second degree, third degree. First degree, second degree, third degree. This is third degree, charging two different prices for two different customers. CV prices, second degree, right? So the water charges, second degree. Senior citizens theatre charges, second degree. The third degree is geographically separated two markets, Japan and USA. Japan sell, export cars, Toyota, then the Nissan to the USA, right? Then these are the trade transaction, right? So charging two different. Generally, Japanese cars are expensive in Japan than in US. Generally, if you want to buy a Toyota car in Japan, if it is $25,000, maybe the USA it is the $20,000. US car market is the highly competitive. Japanese car market is highly protected, no competition, some kind of monopolized Japanese car market. US car market, highly competitive. European cars are coming, Brazil, Central American car, Brazilian, from Brazil, Colombian cars are coming, also German cars, French cars are coming to the US. US market is highly competitive. Competitive means price is lower. So Japanese car in Japan, expensive than in USA. Monopolized market, right? So that is that kind of pricing policy is called third degree. Charging two different prices, two different market, geographically separated. Because it's extremely costly to bring a car from USA paying $200,000 to $20,000 and bring that to Japan and sell that in $25,000. It is a costly, huge transportation cost. These two markets should be geographically separated so that there is no incentive to bring cheaper cars from USA to Japan. So third degree, second degree, first degree, right? Third degree is also called market segmentation. I have this. Yeah, we'll discuss this. Yeah, right. Now this question I want you to work out this again. The as a homework question, you can take down the profits under first scheme, profit 0. Second and third scheme, profit 2020. Part D, last one, price discriminatory policy. If the monopolist can charge two different prices, then profit would be the 30, right? That is the highest profit. I want you to work out this again as homework question. So therefore, price discrimination price policy is a better policy. Company gets higher profit. But customers usually complain. Customers say they are exploiting, monopolists exploit the customers. Right? You can't say so, that is not fair. Why is that? Because you are the only monopoly firm in the market. You are the price setter. Then you can charge two different prices. Right? You can't say you are doing some economic activity. Right? You can't say it is the exploiting. That is, you have that opportunity. You are the only seller in this market. Then you have different marketing pricing policy. That's right. But the first policy is 10 and 10 marginal cost pricing. $10 market price, marginal cost 10. $10 market price, marginal cost 10. That is the best market. That is competitive market pricing. Marginal cost pricing. Right? So zero profit. Zero profit. First one. Conditions of price discrimination. Firm must be a price maker. The firm, you should be a price maker or price setter. You should be a monopolist. Sorry. The firm must be able to identify consumers with two different willingness to pay. That is interesting. That's why the monopolist should be able to project, should have some idea about the customer's willingness to pay. Otherwise, cannot discriminate the price. Ramesh and Suresh. Ramesh is willing to pay 30. Suresh is willing to pay 20. So monopolist should be able to forecast by looking at or by asking some questions. He should be able to, when Ramesh enters, this is a rich guy, so he will pay 30 for a kid. So then say it is 30. Suresh is a school going, university children, child, he cannot afford that much. He is living on the bank loan. So therefore, he is willing to pay 20. You said 20. Firm must be able to identify, forecast consumers with different willingness to pay. Last one is consumers must not be able to engage in arbitration. Arbitration should be reselling. Underline this. Arbitration is reselling. Reselling should not be possible. Otherwise, what will happen? If they are friends, Suresh and Ramesh friends, even though Ramesh has the higher willing price, 30, than Suresh, then you can ask Ramesh, Ramesh might ask Suresh, Machan, you go and buy 2, paying 20. Understand? Then he give that to his friend Suresh, or with some margin also. So that is the arbitrage. Reselling should not be possible. Otherwise, what will happen? One customer can get the benefit, buy more quantities and sell that to either transfer or sell that to the other customer with a higher margin, small margin, or the zero margin. So let's go and buy 2 this kit and give that to Ramesh at free of charge or charging some small amount. Arbitration. These are the 3 conditions, 3 necessary conditions to have price discrimination. Right? So that's why in the elders case, the theatre charges, senior citizens are issued different color. Normal citizens are issued maybe blue color one. These are pink color. So through that you can stop this reselling. Right? So therefore, you don't ask his the age. They just show only the senior citizen card. Right? So these are the requirements. Types of price discrimination. Types of price discrimination. 3 types: first degree, second degree, third degree. I'll explain third degree first. Third degree is it's also called market segmentation. Take down that. Third degree is called market segmentation. Market segmentation. 2 different markets, geographically separated. Reselling, of course, naturally, it's not profitable. US People won't bring that to Japan. For example, let's say the LP gas cylinder, 12.5 cylinder. How much? 12.5 cylinder LP gas cylinder in Sri Lanka. 1,000. How much? I can't remember. Last week I purchased that. Because we have some the delivery the scheme is there when you call them and they bring this to home. What is the LP gas cylinder? Can you remember? 1,200? No? Anyone have some idea about 1,000 plus something? 12.5 liquid petrol LP gas cylinder. Anybody knows? Remember? 1,000, how much? 1,000, let's say 1,200, 1,200, 250, 1,250, yes. 1,250, yes. I can't remember exactly. Then, yes, let's say Colombo 1,250. If they sell at Anuradhapura, maybe 1,200, maybe 60. Okay. Suppose if they try to sell Colombo 1,000, let's say 1,000, for example, 1,000 and Anuradhapura 2,000. Can they say it is third degree price discrimination? 1,000, 2,000 Anuradhapura, over and above the transportation cost. That this pricing policy doesn't work. Why is that? It collapses. Why is that? Colombo and Anuradhapura not that far. I can buy truckload of LP gas cylinders from Colombo, paying 1,000. Transport that to Anuradhapura. Sell that not at 1,000 or 2,000, 1,500. It's profitable. Understand? So therefore, that is the market collapses. Some middleman will be there. If a company says 1,000 and 2,000, Colombo and Anuradhapura, middleman, what will do? He will buy. I am the middleman. I will buy truckload of the LP gas cylinders from Colombo, paying 1,000 per cylinder, and transport that to Anuradhapura and sell at not 2,000. I will sell that at 1,500. Slightly lower price. I can sell entire gas cylinder because there is a demand. Normal price is 2,000. No, yeah, I am going to say, okay, no, my price is 1,500. Then middleman will make profit. There will be, so that is the reason why we said geographically separated. Transportation cost should be huge. Colombo to Anuradhapura, it is not huge, no. That the third the arbitration the condition is important because reselling should not be possible at all. Either huge transportation cost, or you should issue some kind of different colors to different tickets, different customers, something like that. Otherwise, there will be a middleman, right? Middleman, yes. Now, in some developed countries, interesting example, the some pubs, not like Sri Lanka, that is their culture. You can't say it is so bad. Right or wrong, the ladies drinks, right? Gents and ladies drink, right? Drink beer, drink alcohol, strong alcohol, right? Okay, some pubs, developed country, they give half rate, charge half rate for the females, only Friday, right? Only Friday, right? So you can have only one partner. Come with your husband or the boyfriend, come to and get the benefit of half price. Only one person. You can't come with the two. At the same time, if you come with the partner, then he has to pay the normal fare. No, couples of course you are allowed, but more than two the partners, one of your brothers comes, you have the husband and his brother comes, then brother has to pay normal fare. You can't buy beer for this brother. You can buy beer for this husband, right? That kind of the arbitrage, that kind of regulations are there to stop reselling, right? So the Friday, the half rate, the policy is there. Some countries, they will just to make higher profit for this one, right? But Friday is the key. Most of the countries, the not like ours, they work very hard, and all 5 days, and Friday after office they enjoy entertainment activity starts, right? That's why Friday is the key, for the promotions, right? Okay, right. Third degree we discussed. Second degree price discrimination. Again, you should be a monopolist. You should be able to forecast, predict consumers' willingness to pay. You should be able to stop arbitration or reselling. Arbitration is called reselling. Second degree example, detergent prices, washing powder. First kg 100, second kg 150, third kg 3 kg pack is 180, like that. Unit price different. Airfares, right? Long stay, short stay. Long stay the normal charges of low airfare, the short stay, high charges, right? This kind of, that is called self-selection criteria. Airlines present their pricing policy, customers go for one, right? That is that even in Sri Lanka you have this kind of packages. Packaging systems are there. The B&B 25,000 rupees. Kandalama sometimes some period they reduce. There's no demand. Then it comes to around 15,000 rupees per B&B, something like that. Two different customers. If you have packages, or if you buy more than one rooms, 2 rooms, rates will be different, right? B&B fares will be different, right? Okay. Bread and breakfast. First degree price discrimination is ideal one. Each unit of the item is sold at the billing price. Remember this demand curve? Demand curve is this. I will go to the demand curve and just explain that. Wait a minute, I just want to have some. Sorry. Right. Now this the first degree price discrimination. I'll draw the diagram. If you can't see the board, please tell me. Demand curve. You are the monopolist or the only firm. Only firm in the market. You know the consumer demand, consumers demand curve, shape of the consumer demand curve. Then consumer demand is the, what is consumer's demand? Consumer demand is the indicate the consumer's willingness to pay for the product. For example, first unit, consumer is willing to pay, let's say, this much. Willingness is the willingness to pay. This much. Second unit, you are willing to pay this much. Third unit, you are willing to pay this much. Fourth unit, this much. Fifth unit, you are willing to pay this much. right? Willingness to pay. So consumers' willingness to pay is shown by the demand code. Demand code shows the consumer's willingness to pay. First shirt, let's say $10. Second shirt, you are willing to pay, let's say 9. Third shirt, 8. Fourth shirt, 7. Fifth shirt, 6. Let's say 6 shirts, 6th one, yeah, 5 shirts, 5 ones, right? So under first degree price discrimination, what will happen? Each shirt is sold at second 9. Third shirt, if you come to buy 5 shirts, suppose a customer comes, okay, if the customer comes and asks the prices, then the salesman says, "Sir, how many shirts you want to buy?" I want to buy 5 shirts, 6 shirts, 6 shirts. Okay, you are the monopolist. You are the only company in the market, selling the market. He say, "Okay, you can buy 6 shirts. Our pricing policy is this. We don't have uniform prices. Our pricing policy, you have to pay first shirt 10, second shirt 9, third shirt 8. The fourth shirt 7, fifth shirt the 6, and the 6th shirt 5, like that. That is pricing policy. That is called each unit of the good is sold at the willing price, willingness to pay price. Right? That's a very funny pricing policy, but theoretically that is the most of the textbook they discuss. First degree price discrimination, but each unit is sold at, we said firm should know the consumer's demand curve, willingness to pay. Then only he can charge these different prices. Right? First degree price discrimination. Then what will happen? Your billing price is 10, right? Then consumer, let's say they charge, the uniform price is here. Uniform price $4. Uniform price under 4. If they don't charge this 2 different prices, let's say uniform price. First shirt 4, second shirt $4, third shirt 4, like that. That is the uniform pricing policy. And this first degree price discrimination, higher price. Billing price, this actual price is 4. You can sell this the market price 4. Then what will happen? Consumer, the producer can get entire consumer surplus to his side. Seller could get entire consumer surplus to his side. Transfer. Consumers are charged when they charge at the willing price of the good. That's a very funny price of the pricing policy, as I said. If the firms know your willingness to pay, then he said, okay, your price is, my price is this much. For example, let's say you go to buy a pair of the sandals, pair of shoes, right? Then when you go to the shop, you see a very nice pair, you like that color, like that shoes very much, you are willing to pay, like very much, you are willing to pay, let's say 10,000 rupees to buy that pair. Right? That is the willing price. Mental calculation is there, mental price is there, reservation price is there. Then you ask the price. The salesman, he might say, sir, it is only 8,000. Then you are getting the consumer surplus of 2,000. Your reservation price 10,000, or the willing price, you are willing to pay 10,000, actual price 8,000, your benefit, consumer surplus is 2,000. Now this price discrimination, what will happen? Monopolists know your willingness to pay is 10,000. Then when you enter to the shop, he says actual price is 10,000. Your surplus is no more surplus. He doesn't say 8,000, he says 10,000. then surplus comes to his side, right? Normal price is 8,000, but now what happened? He knows your willingness to pay 10,000. Then moment he says, okay, actual price is 10,000, right? Then consumers, the surplus is with the producer, right? With the seller. That is the first degree price discrimination is extreme case. Normally, we can't give actual example for the first degree, but the other two types you have. Second degree, third degree, we have no issue, right? Right. Last question. We'll do that. Monopoly. Please, we'll see the one of the examples. This is a past paper question. The data below relate to a product handled by a pure monopolist. One firm. Quantities 0 to 6. Total cost. Market price. Calculate TR, MR, MC schedules. Calculate profit maximizing output and maximum profits. Okay. Just write this the vertically and try to calculate total revenue. Total revenue is price into quantity. 20 into 0, 18 into 1, 16 into 2. That is total revenue. MR you know how to calculate. MC you can calculate. Please work out. I'll give you 5 minutes. 11:35, 11:40 will start. 11:40 will start. 5 minutes. Then 40 will start. Then work out. Right, the 0 to 6 total cost. From total cost, you can calculate marginal cost. When you know the price into quantity is the total revenue. From total revenue, you can calculate marginal revenue. Please prepare the table and calculate. Okay. Right. Can you see the board? Can you see the board, please? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now this these are the numbers I have copied down from this table. TR, MR, and MC schedule. TR is what? P into Q. 20 into 0. 0. 18 into 1. 18. 32. 16 into 32. 14 into 3. 52. 12 into 4. 48. 10 into 5. 50. 8 into 6. 48. TR. Then MR. MR is what? Change in revenue divided by change in output. Change in revenue, 18 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0, 18. Second unit, 32 minus 18, 32 minus 18 divided by 2 minus 1, 12. 32 minus 18 is what? Yes, 14. 32 minus 18, 32 minus 18. 14 divided by 2 minus 1 is 1. Then 52 minus 32 divided by 3 minus 2, 20. 48 minus 52 divided by 4 minus 3, 4. Yes. Then 50 minus 48 divided by 5 minus 2. 48 minus 50 minus 2. Then MC. What is MC? MC equals change in total cost divided by change in output. Total cost. 25 minus 20 divided by 1 minus 0, 5. 28 minus 25 divided by 2 minus 1, 3. 33 minus 28 divided by 3 minus 2, 5. 39 minus 33 divided by 4 minus 3, 6. Then the 48 minus the 39, 9. Something wrong, our numbers. TR is total revenue is P into Q. 80.
The third unit.
Right?
Third unit. Total
Third unit
revenue.
wrong, no? Third unit.
Total revenue.
Third unit.
42.
Third unit. Right. Third unit is 42. Right, you are right. Yes, 42. Thank you. Then this is 10, no? Correct?
Yeah.
Mark 10, yes. Then this one is 6. Correct. Correct, yes. Oh. Then this one, the 5 minus 4, this is the MC, 2 minus 6, 2 minus 4, correct? 50, MC, total cost is 50, yeah, 48 minus 39, 48 minus MC, 9, is 9. This is 48, this is 9, then 2, 11. Right, okay. That is the schedule, MR schedule, MC schedule, PR schedule. Then next question, Q star, profit maximizing output and the maximum profit. Profit maximizing output is at the profit maximizing output, MR equals MC. Profit maximizing condition for any firm. Excuse me. Right. Profit maximize and the profit maximizing output, MR equals MC. Now we have to find out MR equals MC. This one. What is profit maximizing output? Understand? 6 equals 6. MR equals MC. And profit maximizing output. Maximum profit. Maximum profit you can easily calculate. What is maximum profit? Profit equals PR minus DC. PR 48 minus DC 39. Right? Total revenue 48. Total cost is the 39. Then 48 minus 39, that is 11. Right. That is the answer to that part. So this is the past paper question. Usually a good question from the asked question from the monopoly market. These are the monopoly market. You should know assumptions in detail, basic model, then the how to determine the profit maximizing output, then the price discrimination, each type of price discrimination with examples. First degree, second degree, third degree, especially for second and third degree examples. That's very important, right? So that is, I think this will be the last question here. Right, okay. This is the last lecture. Yeah, thanks. Okay, that is the we discussed two extreme market, the structures, market models, perfectly competitive market structure, and the monopoly, pure monopoly. In between, we had monopolistic competition, oligopoly market, the duopoly market. Under oligopoly, you have duopolist. We'll discuss briefly about the other market structures. What is monopolistic competition and what is oligopoly market. Then before that, I would like to go through past paper. This 2021 January, last January we had this paper. No? I'll take this. This is the paper. Just finished. We just finished the 2020. Now today, I have one of the marking examiner. I'm supposed to take these your answer scripts to my home for corrections. Today, I think they are going to give me the answer scripts. Some or not all. Some of these English medium answer scripts. Right. Okay. Now let's go through these conditions for the first principles of economics. Now you see these candidates do not open the question paper until these are 3-hour paper. Time allowed 3 hours for writing. 15 minutes. Sorry.
Excuse me, I can't paper. I
Can't you see the paper?
see. Yes, sir.
Sorry, you can't see the board. Can't
Can
you
I
see the
see
paper?
the screen, sir?
You can't see, no? You can't see.
Yes.
I will check whether I have done something. Now, can you see the board? Can you see the paper?
Yes, sir. I can see.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right. This is a 3-hour paper. Writing 3 hours, 15 minutes for reading the paper. Reading of the paper. That's very interesting. You have 15 minutes to read the paper. It's very important. You can go through the questions and briefly just mark what are the questions you are going to answer. Now, this paper consists of 8 questions. Question number 1 is compulsory. The balance 7 questions are optional. From balance 7 questions, out of which any 4 should be answered. Then you have to answer first question compulsory, 4 more questions, altogether 5. Maximum marks for each question is 20. 20 into 5 is 100. First question has 10 sub-questions. It is compulsory. Sub-questions, each sub-question carries 2 marks. Then 2 into 10, 20. 8 questions, out of 8 you have to answer 5. Of these 5, question number 1 is compulsory. Question number you have the 10 sub-questions, each carries 2 marks. Right. Each optional question has 4 subsections. Each optional question, question number 2 to 8, 4 subsections. Each question 4 subsections. So therefore, each carries 5. 5 into 4, 20. 5 into 4, 20. Write precise and direct answers with suitable examples wherever possible. Show your workings for answers which requires basic calculations. Silent, non-programmable calculator may be used. You are allowed to bring your calculator to the examination hall, but it should be non-programmable. Right? Yeah. Right. These are start the answer for each question, which yeah, that you can read. Now this, unlike most of the papers, you have with these the instructions for this paper is very precise. 15 minutes for reading. That's why. Okay, this is the first question. First question, we said there are 10 parts now. 5 questions are MCQs, multiple choice. These first 5 MCQs. Next section B, that 4 questions are quantitative type. Quantitative type, filling the blanks question. Then question number 2 to 8, each question will have 4 parts. 4 parts. 4 parts. Right? Okay. We'll discuss the micro, whatever the possible question, micro question first. It's the micro and macro both, no? Micro question first. First question. Right. Read the question. First question. Please tell me the answer. Economics is the study of distribution of goods and services. Ways of reducing wants to eliminate the problem of scarcity. Making choices among alternatives in an environment of scarcity. Actions of consumers in response to changes in market prices. What is the correct answer? A, B.
Answer C.
Sorry?
C.
C.
Answer C.
C. Part C. Part C. Part C, making choices among alternatives in an environment of scarcity. You might think, okay, the part B. Part B, what is part B? Ways of reducing wants. We don't reduce wants. Human wants are unlimited. Wants eliminating the problem of scarcity. No. You can't reduce wants. Wants are there. Consumers' wants are unlimited. Only thing is the resources are limited. So that's why we have the scarcity of resources in relation to human wants. Part C, making choices among alternatives in an environment of scarcity. That is the more direct. You don't have directly, they don't say scarcity of resources in relation to human want, but this is the most matching the answer, the reasonable answer C. Is that correct? Okay. You can't say part B is not distribution of goods and services, is not actions of consumers and the ways of reducing wants. No. Then part B. Okay. Now this, we have just finished the discussion on pure monopoly. What is the answer? What is the relationship between price and marginal revenue associated with the product in a market with pure monopoly? They are equal. The price is less than the marginal revenue. The price at a given level of quantity is greater than its marginal revenue. There is no any relationship. Tell me. Remember the model? Question number, you said what is A, B, C, D. What is the correct answer? Yes? Yeah, tell me.
C.
C. Good, very good. C is the answer. I will explain why. Pure monopoly model. At this point, MR equals MC. MR equals MC. That is the profit maximizing output. Right. At what price you can sell this product? At what price you can sell this product? You start. At what you can sell this product? You go to the market. Demand curve. Market demand curve. You can sell the product at P star. Therefore, P star and MR, P star MR, P star, the price at a given level of P star greater than MR or P star greater than MC also. Marginal cost. That's why it is called marginal cost is 80 rupees. Market price is 100 rupees. Marginal market price is 100 rupees. Marginal revenue is 80 rupees. Like that. Higher than that. Understand? So therefore, it is not equal to marginal cost pricing. Competitive market. But the monopoly market is the case. Understand? That's important. That's important to understand the pure monopoly. Right. That is answer to the second question. Now this is third question is macro. I will explain that. Anyway, these are third macro, fourth macro, fifth also macro. I will give the answers to this one. Fifth question, international trade is based mainly on the principle of comparative advantage. Comparative advantage. Comparative advantage. That is the answer. Right? Not the increasing return to say marginal return. Comparative advantage is international trade, two countries. One country produce something, second country produces some other things and sell that to the other country. Exports. Countries produce and exports to another country. This country produces and exports to this country depending on the comparative opportunity cost. Opportunity cost of producing is good. So the law of comparative advantage is countries will produce and export goods where there is a low opportunity cost of compared to the another country. Opportunity cost compared to another country. That of. We produce tea because opportunity cost of producing the tea kilogram of tea is less than opportunity cost of producing a tea in Russia. Opportunity cost of producing tea in Sri Lanka less than opportunity cost of producing tea in Russia. Therefore, we produce tea and export, sell that to Russia. But opportunity cost of producing a car is Japan is lower than Sri Lanka. Our opportunity cost producing a car is very high. Japan is less. What do? Japan produce cars and sell that to Sri Lanka. That is called the law of comparative advantage. The countries will produce and exports goods or service when there's a low opportunity cost. Low opportunity cost, right? Second one, fourth question. So you can just mark comparative advantage. Fourth one, the main tools used in implementing monetary policy. We'll discuss this in the next session. We are going to start this macro. The two types of economic policies: fiscal policy, monetary policy. Monetary policies are proposed and announced and implemented by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Any country, monetary authority of that country. Singapore, it is the Monetary Authority of Singapore, MS, Monetary Authority of Singapore. The Reserve Bank of India. They propose and implement the monetary policy. Then the Bank Negara in Malaysia, right? So the Fed in US, Federal Reserve Bank of US, this Fed monetary policy. Fiscal policies are proposed and implemented by, announced and implemented by the Treasury, Minister of Finance, Government Treasury, right? In Sri Lankan case, it is the Treasury, right? Then Minister of Finance, Honorable Mahindra Rajapaksa is responsible for this one. Deputy Minister is the Ajit Niwat Cabral. He was one of the former governors of the The central bank now is the state minister. His ministry is responsible for implementing, announcing fiscal policy, monetary policy, fiscal policy. What are the main tools of monetary policy? Fiscal policy tools I will explain. Government budget, government revenue, government expenditure, deficit financing, right? These are the key the policies in relation to government revenue, expenditure and deficit financing are the tools of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy, right? Then monetary policy, the policy interest rates, statutory reserve ratio, and open market operations are the main tools implementing monetary policy. When the central bank implements monetary policy, the central bank directly does not announce the direction or the regulation to the commercial banks. Okay, you have to pay this FD rate for the 6 months. 12-month FD rate is so much. Treasury bill rate is so much. No. Central bank doesn't give this kind of direction. Central bank can change the policies or the monetary rates coming under their purview. Instruments coming under their purview, their control. What are these? Policy interest rates, repo rate, reverse repo rate, policy interest rate, standard deposit and standard lending rate, they are called now, right? Statutory reserve ratio. Reserve ratio is the commercial bank is supposed to keep part of their demand liabilities with the central demand deposit with the central bank. They define what comes under. If your demand liability, demand deposit is 100 rupees, if the reserve ratio is 7%, so 7 rupees should be kept with the central bank. Reserve ratio, right? So in the reserve ratio, in the calculation, what kind of demand deposits or the demand liability should be carried, they define. Of that, they give some percentage should be kept in the central bank. That is another instrument tool coming under central bank the purview, central bank control. Other one is open market operation. Open market operation, buying and selling of treasuries, the bills and bonds, right? Buying and selling, right? Buying and selling of this one, right? These are the interest rates, reserve ratio, open market operations are the key policy tools that are used by the central bank to implement the monetary policy. Taxation, government expenditure, treasury operation, fiscal policy. Demand deposit, saving deposit, credit operation, that is commercial banking, right? Reserve money, narrow money, broad money, that is the money supply definitions, right? Section B, part B is the correct answer, right? Part B. This one is the budget. And increase in the government budget deficit results. When budget deficit increases, what will happen? The budget deficit, I will give the answer, and increasing the level of public savings, decreasing the level of public savings, decreasing the level of private saving, and increasing the level of private saving, increasing the level of public saving, decreasing the level of public savings decreases. Public savings decreases because when budget deficit increases, your savings definitely has a tendency to decrease the public savings, right? Okay. Next question. This question is quantitative type. To answer this question, Central Bank of Sri Lanka target the consumer price inflation to range between % over the medium term, right? Then that is this question should be based on Colombo Consumer Price Index. That is should be in the central bank they publish central bank annual report. You have to go through the central bank annual report. There's a medium term projections. Medium term projection. Their medium term range is they have defined, I don't have that number now. Next week probably we can discuss. So that is the quantitative question. The goal of pure market economy, free enterprise economy system is to best meet the desires of agents, consumers and the producers. Who are the agents? Consumers and the producers. Producers want to maximize profit. Consumers want to maximize the utility, right? The demand for labor is based on its compared to the nominal wage, the real wage compared to the nominal wage, right? Demand for labor is based on its there are different answers. The demand for labor is based on its compared to the nominal demand for labor. Demand for labor is on its the marginal revenue product compared to the nominal wage. Marginal revenue product. When marginal revenue product is higher than the nominal wage, firm increase the demand. When marginal revenue product is less than the nominal wage, they cut down the labor. That is marginal revenue product, right? Many developing economies experience twin deficit, which are namely budget deficit and the balance of payment deficit, right? Twin deficit, right? Twin deficits. The phenomena of emerging market economies stagnating at certain levels of income while experiencing constraints of graduate to the ranks of high income countries known as middle income trap, right? When you come to the middle income country, you stagnate. Extremely difficult to come out of, increase the level of income. So middle income trap, most of the countries were in the middle income trap, Malaysia, even in Singapore, you come to a certain level, emerging economies, the Thailand come to that level, stagnated. Certain levels of income while experience constraints to graduate to the rank of high income countries. Middle income trap. It's extremely difficult. You are stuck at that income level. That is called middle income trap. It's a trap. So you come out with the trap. You have to have a whole revisit the current policy package and introduce new technology, increase productivity, huge structural changes should be done to come out from the middle income trap. When you come to up to that point, you easily come develop. Once you go on middle income country, you stuck. Then it's really difficult to come out from that. Without doing huge structural changes, you can't come out. Right? That's right. Okay. Then for this one, now you can see the types of question they ask. Basic question, basic definition of economics. Then the market model, pure monopoly. Could be like you can ask question from competitive market also. Then the others are the macro. Not true macro, you have micro also. No, number 7, the macro, micro, then number 8, macro, micro, like that. Others macro. The balance, macro and micro. Now I will go to this question number 3. Now out of these 8 questions, around 3 or 4 micro, the balance 3 or 4 macro. It's balance 50-50, right? Sometimes you get 5 micro, the 3 micro or 4 micro, macro, like that. Sometimes they mix. Within the question, they give micro and macro both type question. Please read this question. Question number 3. Consumer theory is the study of how people decide to allocate their disposable income. Disposable income is the after-tax income among different goods and services based on their individual preferences and subject to budget constraint. Show that the budget constraint, right? I'll discuss first the number 2. Distinguish between cardinal measure of utility and ordinal measurability of utility. Remember, we discussed earlier, economists developed this theory of consumer behavior, consumer theory, assuming utility is measurable, cardinal. When a consumer consumes a good or service, he can assign numbers to his level of utility. Utility can be measured, cardinal measure of utility. Can assign numbers to his level of utility. Ordinal measure means they said no, utility cannot be measured, but consumer can rank order. Depending on his level of utility, he can order different bundle of goods. Working at Vellavatta branch or working at Petta branch. The consumer might say, okay, I prefer to work Vellavatta branch to Petta branch because I am staying at Vellavatta. Another consumer might say, because he is getting more utility by working at Vellavatta. Right? Or she might say, I prefer the Petta branch to Vellavatta. Or am I indifferent? I am indifferent. I don't mind. I am indifferent. Like that. That is, you don't assign numbers. When you say indifferent, same utility. If you prefer to someone else, something else, option A is preferred to option B, that means you are getting more utility from A than B. You don't assign numbers. You rank, you do ordering. That is called, that utility is called ordinal measure of measurable of utility. Right? Then the question number 3, explain briefly the utility maximization solution of a consumer with the help of indifference curve. Now I'll remember the diagram, budget line, indifference curve, tangency point is the utility maximizing point. I'll draw the diagram, right? Draw the diagram. Then first question is about the budget constraint. Budget constraint is a straight line. 2 goods, X and Y. 2 goods, X and Y. I'll draw this one. We'll go to the board. Budget constraint, Pxx plus Pyy equals I. Px, Py are the prices, price of X and price of Y. The XY quantity consumption, I is the income. And budget constraint like shape is this. That is the budget quantity. This is I over Px, I over Py. This is the equation of the budget constraint. Budget constraint. What is the question? Show the budget constraint of a consumer who buys only 2 goods, good X and Y. Illustrate it with budget line. Show the impact of changes in the price of one good and the level of disposable income on the budget line. Now, these is 2 cases. First case, second case. Price increases, price decreases, right? When price decreases, what will happen? What will happen? Budget constraint, price of X decreases. X, Y. When price of X decreases, budget line rotates like that. comes this way. Price decreases, goes other way around. Price of X decreases. If original budget line is this, price of X decreases, budget line rotates around this point. B1, B2, B3. There is other factors are held constant. Price of Y constant, income constant, disposable income constant. Only price of X decreases. Budget line pivot. Budget line rotates. The other one, second case, initial budget line price of X, price of Y constant, no change. Income, disposable income increases. Then what will happen? Budget line shifts. See B1, B2, B3, B4, like that, right? Budget line shift. These are these example, the answer to the first question. Second question we discussed, marginal utility, ordinal utility. Explain briefly the utility maximizing solution. That means at this point you have the indifference curve. That is the utility maximizing point. At the utility maximizing point, indifference curve and the budget line just touch, tangent. What is the condition? Slope of the indifference curve is equal to slope of ID, indifference curve at this point at T, equal slope of the budget line, BL. Slope of ID, indifference curve, is equal to slope of BL, budget line. Slope of ID is called marginal rate of substitution. Slope of budget line is PX or PY. That is the condition. Or sometimes you can express that using MUX over MUY equal PX or PY. That is the condition to the utility maximizing. What does that mean? Explain. Now there are two types of questions in any paper that can be asked. Some question they ask explain. Some other question they say define. I can say define slope of an indifference curve. Define. Or you can say explain slope of an indifference curve. When you say explain means in addition to definition, you have to give your idea. What do you think about that? What do you think? Your own conclusions, your own readings should be given. Explain something. But define means definition is must. Proper, precise definition is must. Definition of the definition of MRS is delta Y or delta X, MUX or MUY. That's all. Explain. It is consumers' willingness to substitute good Y for good X. If it is MRS is 4, consumers willing to 4 units of good Y to get 1 unit of good X and getting the same level of utility. That is called explain. In any paper, you find this type of question. Define, explain. What do you mean? Define. Something like that. That's important, right? Derive the demand curve of a consumer Consumer, yes, for a given good with the use of an indifference curve. Next week, I will derive this one because this derivation is important. Last, I think in the lesson, I have mentioned derivation of demand curve, but I have not discussed. This question is that's a good point to have this discuss this. I remind me to discuss deriving the demand curve. Using this indifference curve framework, you can derive the demand curve for a good. It's easy. You can derive the demand curve. I will explain that next week. Okay. The next this is micro, question number 4. This is macro. This is micro. You can see, please take this question number 6. Now you can work out this, no? Yeah, you can do that. Homework question, question number 6. Please try that homework question. Next week we are going to start these 2 questions. Homework question. Please try this. 7 is macro. Question number 7, I should say that in this paper there are some open questions, challenging questions. Every paper you have some open question. Now this first part is the open question. Global, they explain briefly possible implications of incidents. You can think and write. Challenging, open question. Global growth is expected to contract in 2020 due to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. What are the reasons? Breakdown is the tourism, increase in tourism, tourist arrivals, the demand for oil comings, the growth rate is coming down, the lots of reasons you can give that. Drop in share market, investment, like that. These are open questions. In every paper, every economic paper, this kind of policy-oriented, open or challenging questions are there. They are easy to, if you have read well, if you know the world events, if you know the economics development, you can easily answer that question. Open question. Question number 8 is ISLM, macro, right? Okay, next week, my plan is to finish these 2 questions. Question number 3, last part, and question number 6. After that, we will start other this. Question number 6. We'll finish this, and I want you to try this question at home, right? Okay. We'll finish this now. Okay, thank you very much. Next week, we'll finish these 2 questions and other market structures. We'll spend half an hour. After that, macro. Thanks a lot.